To me, losing my hair meant, oh my God, this is real, you're really sick. And she came over to me and she literally gave me a hug and she said, don't worry, there are options. I love so many things about beauty. I love that you can change it, that it can help you feel more confident. When I get a good blow dry, I feel like a different person. My hairstylist was one of my best friends, and I would spend so much time in that salon. It was almost like therapy for me. So I was 42 years old when I was diagnosed with cancer. I remember doing a self-breast exam and feeling a little tiny little something. But then I went to my husband and I said, does this feel right? And he is the calmest person. We have gone through tragedies and he always remains calm. He's not an alarmist. But he said, you know what? Maybe you should go see your doctor.
I had just turned 48 years old. Woke up, called the doctor, went in. She noodled around and she said, it's probably nothing. It's smooth, it's mobile, blah, blah, blah. But let's go get an ultrasound on it. It's Wednesday afternoon, I'm in my house, the sun's bright, it's beaming. We had a lot of skylights and the dog and I are sitting on the stoop and the phone rings and I go get my phone. I'm Mrs. Weinstein, yes. And he goes, well, I need you to put yourself in a safe space. And he's like, I'm sorry to say that you have breast cancer. That was the first time I really just lost it.
Well, personally, finding out you have breast cancer is very overwhelming. I have 2 young kids, I have a husband, we've already been through some other hardships in our lives. How is this happening? You kind of say to yourself, this is gonna be okay. My doctors are telling me I'm gonna be okay, I believe them.
Being diagnosed with breast cancer was one thing. Chemotherapy was a whole nother bag of beans. So losing your hair is is the first thing that they don't tell you. There's no book on how to go through this.
But anybody that had either gone through chemo and lost their hair wishes that they hadn't. And I saw the surgical oncologist first, and I remember sitting in her office with my husband, and I just remember bursting into tears. Because to me, losing my hair meant, oh my God, this is real, you're really sick, and so many things. And she came over to me and she literally gave me a hug and she said, don't worry, there are options. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, well, we'll give you more information on this, but there is something called cold capping. And started to do a little bit of research on it, but then I also called a friend who had a lot of other friends who had gone through cancer and she'd heard of it. Essentially what cold capping is they are freezing your hair and your hair follicles, and somehow the science behind that, they realize that you won't lose your hair when your hair follicles are frozen. Somebody wraps your head and you have a tube then attached to a machine with coolant in it, and the coolant gets so freezing it literally freezes your head. The first time I was terrified of it. I didn't know if I was going to be able to handle doing 12 times of this, and by the second or third time it became no big deal, and I almost looked forward to it in a crazy sort of way. For me, I was very lucky, and one of the great cases, I only lost maybe 5 to 10% of my hair. If I hadn't brought it up and if my oncologist hadn't been such an advocate for it, I might not have even had the opportunity to do it. And I think more people need to know about these options. Whether it's your hairstylist or whether it's your doctors, I wanted to work. I wanted to get through it, and DigniCaps and cold cap therapies let me keep on going with life as normal as it could be.
So beauty is acceptance, it's confidence. There are people who have low self-esteem and don't feel great about themselves, and there are vehicles for enhancement. It's an opportunity of expression, and it's insightful and it's inspiring.
It makes me feel good, it makes me feel beautiful, it's part of who I am, and not wanting to lose it is not a bad thing. And I think it's important, and we really need to spread this word to men and to women. There's options.
The Rapunzel Project is a nonprofit organization founded by 2 cancer survivors who have dedicated years to helping chemotherapy patients save their hair using a technology called cold cap therapy. Cold cap therapy changes the chemo experience from an unfavorable to an empowering one. As a stylist, sometimes we're the first to know when our clients are going to lose their hair. It's extremely important that we stay informed and raise awareness so that we can better inform our clients on some of the alternative options available to them. For more information on cold cap therapy and how you can make a beautiful difference in someone's life, please visit www.rapunzelproject.org.